there are so many reasons which push people to poach bonobos. The first one is for food. Most adult bonobos which are killed, they are killed because people in the area do not have any skills or any means for farming, and to respond to their demand for mainly for protein in their diet, they tend to go and consume bush meat. And if they were to kill rodents or kill birds, it's not going to be sufficient. However, with an adult bonobo, that's enough meat to last for a few days for a family of 6 or 5. And that is the reason number one. Reason number two, it is the ever-demanding wildlife trafficking syndicates which kill nursing mothers and sometimes an entire family of bonobos so that they can snatch away their infants. And these infants are sold internationally, mainly to Asian markets, for money. And an infant bonobo can scoop up to $10,000 locally. So you can imagine once it crosses the seas, it could reach up to $50,000–$60,000 US. That is a lot of money for somebody who does not have to do a lot of work in order to earn that in a blink of an eye. What you are seeing through that video is the exposure of what exactly happens behind the pet trade as well as wildlife trafficking, especially of infant great apes. So this video was found on a telephone which was dropped by a poacher on our recent expedition to the Trapo province, trying to work with communities in protecting our forests as well as the wildlife in it. And we were all shocked to see what was happening. So clearly these are two nursing mothers who have been murdered, and their infants obviously have been taken away. And you can see in the video they have been tied because they haven't been completely dead. And at this stage comes a step where they use a panga or a machete to dismember that animal into smaller pieces, and then this meat is put on fire where it is smoked so that it does not get rot when on their way to their respective homes. So that clearly, for the first time, we can see firsthand what happens when these infants are being harvested in the forest by the poachers. It's horrible. And I guess anybody who would have an idea of owning a pet great ape can clearly see the misery and the cruelty behind this practice. The bonobo is the only original Congolese citizen. The bonobo is only found in the forest of the Democratic Republic of the Congo and nowhere else on Earth, making it an endemic species to us Congolese people. Bonobo conservation is also important because it forms part of the great apes conservation. It's still classified as endangered and on the brink of extinction. Here in the country, we do not have an exact number because there hasn't been any inventory made in the last 10 to 20 years or so. We start addressing these issues by sensitizing masses, but like we said earlier, sensitizing a hungry stomach is like a waste of time. It's a futile exercise because when the stomach demands you to feed it, you're going to forget about everything that you've heard, and the instinct of survival is going to kick in. That's why we should address these issues from a complexity of approaches.